Hi guys, hope we're all doing well. As you can see by my relaxed clothes here, I am in fact at home, working from home today. I am back in the office this week, which is awesome, but I'm working from home 1 or 2 days to try and help out with the kids. So had a lot of messages, direct messages, emails, contacts around how to get kids back to school, especially teenagers. And this is a real tricky one for those around the world. You might be at different points of your sort of lockdown coming out, but in Australia, we're mostly in that period of sort of sending kids back to school 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. So this is primarily for those with teenagers, but it probably applies to those kids that are 9, 10, 11, 12 as well, older primary school. Last year, as I do every year, I speak at a lot of different schools, and a headmaster was introducing me at a prominent private school in Sydney last year. And the headmaster came on and made a statement that even surprised me. His statement to the parents was that the biggest reason for kids or teenagers not attending that school, or school refusal as we call it, was gaming and social media. Okay? That is a huge shift from 20 years ago. And that was a problem that a headmaster identified last year, before COVID and before isolation. So let's talk about what to do to get your kids back to school. And I'm just going to hone in on one thing here. There are many, but let's just talk about one. The biggest part that I want parents to consider here is sleep. And for any of you who have heard me talk before, you won't be surprised that that's where I'm going first. I've had emails about kids that are going to sleep at 2, 3, 4 a.m. and I see that in my clinic in the last few weeks as well. And I know isolation has meant that we've all relaxed the rules a little bit, and that's okay. But if you're going to get your child back to school, you're going to have to fix the sleep. That's what's going to have to come first. If they're getting to bed at 12, 1, 2, they're not going to physically be able to wake up in the morning to go to school. Okay, it's going to be a battle. So think about this, parents, like if you've been on an overseas travel or issues with time zones and jet lag. You just want to roll it back slowly. So if you have a teenager that's going to bed at 3 a.m. right now, start to turn the Wi-Fi and take the devices away a little bit earlier. Now, the reason I say take devices away, and I haven't been a big fan of that in the past, is that so many mobile phone companies or cell phone companies for those overseas have given extra data these days because of COVID, which I understand the rationale behind it. For any parent of a teenager, it's a nightmare. So you might have to consider that as well. All right. So start rolling back the sleep in the next couple of weeks in anticipation that we'll be going back even more so that your teenager has the best chance of getting back to school. Okay. For any of you around the world, my book, The Tech Diet for Your Child and Teen, was released in the UK in January. Had a great response in Ireland the last couple of weeks in the media, which has been awesome. And my staff tell me, I believe the next stop for release is the US and Canada, which will be in June or July. Don't quote me on that. I think it's around then. So if you're listening in North America, the book's coming your way. For anyone else, any other parents, if you've got questions related to technology use, gaming addiction, anything like that, getting kids back to school, feel free to drop me a line on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you like. See you later.